Hello, everybody. It's good to see you all tonight. We are ready to go.
Here.
We've got special guest RangerSly,
Hi guys.
all the way from the top of the world, and we've got Maranya singing the Captain America song. Michael Taylor's here. Jackson Roykirk was here earlier, but he posted his comment so early StreamYard didn't hold on to it, but he was here. Hello, Jay. And Justin.
All right.
And Fireball. And by the way, Justin, I interviewed a local Missouri, and you might want to check that out on my last video. So
Awesome video.
well, thank
Great
you.
stuff.
I had a blast being there.
It reminded me of Gratu's house.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
great.
How recent was that video?
I was at his house Thursday and uploaded by Sunday.
Okay.
Once I put it all together, and yeah, he's got tons of pulps, and he wants to bring them over to my house, and where I can set up my camera, aim down at a table, and then we can open them up and look at them and stuff. So I don't know if anybody here would be interested in something like that. But,
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody here.
no.
Does
What,
it look
old
pretty close
books?
to you?
Us look at old books?
A graphic or any of them slabbed?
No. No.
Well,
And,
they'll be doing that pretty soon, actually.
And
Well,
Shannon,
maybe out of necessity with those.
Shannon has contacted me. He says, "Yeah, I saw the Planet of the Apes," so I knew he would. So, all right, well, let's get started tonight, and we're going to run to Howler Mouse and take it away, Mister. Should we call you Mr. Mouse?
Everybody's called me that. I'm always up for more names.
Okay.
So I'll put that next week, Mr. Mouse. So I have no idea why I did the devil horns. That's just I don't know.
Rock and roll.
All right, this came in the mail today off of eBay, and I got this pretty cheap. I think I got this for like $8. That was including shipping. It's all right and stuff, right? But I got the Marvel graphic novel #2,
cool.
Eric the Dreaming City, Roy Thomas, Craig Russell.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I've got
That's
that.
good stuff.
Yeah, I think this was originally in the Epic run, if it's the same one. Pete Craig
Yeah.
Russell's done so much El Ricard, it kind of runs together from. I got the library here behind me somewhere. But yeah, it's great stuff. Glad to have this. This is one of the ones. And supposedly they did not do like second, third, and fourth prints. This is it. So, that's
Nice.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad to get that. All right. So I'm organizing around the room and I just kind of grab stuff. But I did get some nice Harvey comics here. I'll show in a minute, man. But I found this on top of a stack. I completely forgot I have this DC Superstars, Secret Origins of the Super Villains.
Nice.
Bob Layton inks in it for old Charlton 66 down there.
Oh, yeah, man.
And then, I mean, why not? I don't think these are going to be the guys that they're going to make the DC movies of, but I went through and this is a mix of the ones that was from the Stepdad's collection and maybe one or two I picked up over the years. But it's those weird war tales with those creature commandos.
Yeah.
Nice.
This was a staple in the collection. I actually used to have this one up like above the bed or on a shelf in the bedroom as we moved around and stuff. I really dug these guys when I was.
That is actually going to be made into a series. Did you?
Oh yeah, the series. I mean, like that. Though there's a Creature Commandos they did in around 2000.
Oh, it's more modern. Yeah.
Yeah, and I sold that book #1. It was not very good. I sold that book at a yard saled it out. Hey, good morning. Hey, Gore's here. What's up? Nice to see you. Some more Creature Commandos. Riding the missiles down. I mean, this was a fun book. There's going to be a lot of Kane tonight. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Yeah.
About time.
And there's that infamous. Yeah, the first one I showed you in this one was in the house constantly and stuff, right? So there's that giant size X-Men cover for you there. With, I thought they were fantastic. I thought it was a lot of fun. All right, so this book that I found for $1, Roy.
Yeah.
Nice.
word on the street is that this got canceled because these guys sued Marvel Saints a little too close. So, little rich kid, but he's ginger, so there you go. And then I picked these up for $1. I was telling graphic man that I had to put some stuff back because it was like mildewed, some super goof and stuff. But we got the original Hellboy, doing his best Bart Simpson there. I mean, these guys had to have read this stuff. I mean, this is where, yeah, these are always fun. Doing a little magic, fried the rabbit. Yeah, hot stuff and well, I'm on Spooky, the Casper's cousin ghost or whatever. Those are my favorites.
I like your little bowler.
Yep. Yeah. So I found these all for $1 a piece.
Oh, he took out Frosty.
Yeah, man. No shame in his game.
Ouch.
Yeah. 100th issue, which I thought was cool. I always wondered who bought these to make it to 100. Yeah, but a lot of fun stuff here with old hot stuff. This is one I've had since I was a kid that I threw in there. It's why it's all beat up. Oh, here we go. And then we get into, that didn't even segue, man. Anyway, apparently this was under the stack, so we'll show them tonight, right? But this is one of those books, Action 544. This is one of those books I thought should have been like huge. These are the redesigns that George Perez did for Brainiac and Lex Luthor that became the toys and were in the cartoons. Great stuff. What's we got here? Oh yeah, here we go. The issue after it with a cane cover there with Brainiac. Just like this is the Brainiac I absolutely loved. I was like,
I like that Brainiac.
throwing in a little Justice League and Teen Titans because the Teen Titans were like everything there for a little while.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and
it's Kane too, right?
Yeah,
kind of goes together.
And I've actually had this book since it came out. Lost it because who knows where and when, got all beat up. Rebought this, and I still haven't read this, but apparently there's no Superman. There's an alien invasion, and these two kids have to invent Superman. So I always thought it was Siegel and Schuster. I might actually have to read this tonight.
Fun issue.
Oh, awesome. And then Superboy number 50, after the Legion took his book and made it their own, an anniversary issue. Okay. And I'll go real quick here, right? This came in the mail yesterday. There's a story behind this. I've shown my digest series of adventure comics with all of these. And I sat here, and this is issue 500, double size for back then. Bought this when I was 10, and it's got a bunch of great Silver Age stories with the war between the Legion of Superheroes and the Substitute Heroes, and they bring back Lightning Lad back to life and all this stuff and everything like that. And my mom and stepdad split up. What was it, like in 83 or 84, whatever this came out. And the stepdad went all the way to the other side of the state of Virginia to Newport, came back, went to the old house, and he stole this from me. And when I found him, I was like, we took my little sister to visit him because it's her dad. And I look over there, and the son of a bitch had my book, and I'm like, that's mine. I never got it back. So thank you, eBay. So yeah.
I never knew that thing existed. That's pretty neat.
Oh, it's fantastic. Like I said, it's just a reprint of older Silver Age Legion stories. So if you like that stuff, but I highly recommend them. Then I'll do this.
Is that newer copy in better shape?
Oh yeah, this is
Well, there you go.
This thing is immaculate. Yeah. With shipping, I actually paid $15 for this because I was like, I had insomnia. I never paid. That's a lot of money for me to spend on a comic, but this was totally worth it. Now I get to say I won. I got it back. Then I'm not going to show all the Hellboy stuff. But they're making the movie, supposedly. The next Hellboy movie is going to be based on this. And I kept this. I've been getting them in, I still don't know. It's somewhere up here. I got all my Hellboy stuff. Then I got some library editions. So I sold a bunch of the single issues, the floppies, but I kept the Crooked Man because it's Richard Corbin, guys. You know.
Mhm.
So this 3-issue series is what they're supposed to be making the movie about. Get that glare off of there. And of course, Corbin makes it feel like you need a shower when you're done, like it's supposed to be done. But this takes place in the 50s in the Appalachian Mountains, and it has Melungeon witches. I mean, and supposedly the lore goes, I'm going to look it up to see if I can find the Wizard magazine or the article online I read or something like that. This was like 2008. But the thing about it is that somebody that knew Mike Mignola that worked at Dark Horse actually came through here all the way down to Carroll County, which is about an hour and a half from me when I lived down there. They actually came through there, and that was supposed to be the inspiration for putting Hellboy in the Appalachian Mountains in the 50s, as they were actually here,
Mhm.
you know, so that should be fun. And then the last thing I'll show and stick around, go to your Walmart. The first wave of superpowers are apparently on sale for $4 a piece. I wasn't going to get any of the superheroes, but
wow.
you know, I've been getting the villains. But yeah, I got a Superman and a Batman. I mean, it was an impulse buy. I looked over there and they had tons of them for $4 a piece. Okay. And Graphic Man like this that I showed last time I was here.
Nice.
I went to Ollie's again. I was going to pick up as many as I can. I was actually going to see if you guys wanted me to disperse them, and they were gone. They were there for months and months and months. I buy one, I go back, they were gone. I'll keep an eye out for everybody. So,
I like that one because it looks like an Archie comic. So.
yeah,
Yeah, it does.
And Graphic Man, we'll cross our fingers for a big Ethel, you know. So
Yes, I was telling before the show we need Big Ethel and Miss Grundy. That would be hot stuff. I know. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and show some Captain America. Before I do, I show a little Dick Tracy.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
There you go.
And I guess, looks like Steve's here. Here's some unusual tales.
Very cool.
It's got a little crease there, but it's one of those where they take snippets from the inside story, and that way they don't have to pay a cover artist. So
Charles wouldn't do anything like that.
no, this is my favorite Captain America cover.
Really?
It
Very
actually,
cool.
I just everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby at his best. So
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's cool.
That's a good one, too. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember reading that one. Yeah, that's man.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at that.
Cover.
Cap goes wild.
Yeah.
here's a book and record.
Ah, great.
Cool.
Power records are awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great.
Trapster Paste Pot Pete becomes
Yeah, man.
They should have kept the paste pot Pete in.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Word. Yeah.
Now this is Sal Buscema, and it's getting a little dangerous because the inking is George Bell.
Hmm.
And you know me, I'm very cautious about Vince Coletta and George Bell doing any inking.
Yeah.
The reason it got scary is because, well, there's a certain artist here.
Oh, look up that
There's
nose,
the
man.
nose. The
Yeah.
nose.
Beautiful.
I can see what he was thinking on his brain there.
That's right. So back to Sal.
Yeah. Sal's the man.
I agree. Did great on Hulk and Rom and
Yes.
all kinds of. So I showed a little silver, but I was just really in a bronze mood.
Okay, now we're back to
Yeah,
That was a good one, though. I can't say anything. That's a good cover.
oh,
Yes.
then Eric will probably
Yes, it
like
is.
that too. So
of course.
yes, he likes some yellow covers. Oh my goodness, there was quite a run of
That's a great one.
whew, boy.
Man, I appreciate those so much more now.
a nice little run you got going on there, Micah.
Well,
Oh wow.
Very cool.
Oh, Nightshade.
We got Astro Puffs and everything on that one. That is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't she die in an earlier issue? Nightshade.
Cool Kirby
I
again.
think she got her arm ripped off. It seems
Is that what it
like.
was?
I think.
That was Misty Knight.
Misty Knight. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
And later, she turned Captain America into a werewolf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that wolf.
that's kind of where I stopped.
Nice.
That's when Grunwald should have known he'd been on there for too long. Yeah.
He turns into a werewolf and he fights Wolverine. That's just a little.
And then he got the armor, the Captain America armor.
See, Grunwald always reminded me of a DC guy. He reminded me of he'd be better off in DC, I would think. Grunwald.
Yeah.
Back in the day, he seemed more of a DC guy to me.
I think I got that one. Well, when you read the Squadron Supreme, you're like, he could have done it. He was knowledgeable. He
Exactly.
was definitely knowledgeable in DC. Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. They took many a quarters, these Captain Americas and Falcons.
Okay,
Many
now
a
you're at
quarter.
the point you're like, you have the issues that I'm missing. Oh, the swine. Oh, yes. Oh, that was one of my first favorite Captain America Falcon stories.
The great thing about the story is these guys starve these guys.
Yeah.
And then say, "Oh, would you like some food? Come on in." There's this whole banquet of table food, and that starving guy just starts eating, and he went too fast, and they knew he would go too fast.
Yeah, that's the era of Jack Kirby where he scared me as a kid. The swine. There we go, right there. There's a picture of the swine where he just looks greasy. I mean, somehow Kirby put a greasy texture on the swine. That's the first appearance of somebody.
This is the first appearance of Devil Dinosaur, right?
There we go. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Biofanatic.
I'm missing that one, man.
These are fun, man.
Yes. Good reads.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Night
going
Flyer.
on. Never heard that one. The Night
Night Flyer.
Flyer. You know what?
The great thing, Cap doesn't have to be on every cover. Sometimes the Falcon can just take over.
Mm.
Now, this one, admittedly, to me is a little wonky, but for the most part, they're like this. Fantastic. Oops. Oh, yeah. And a couple more. Here he is, a giant. And we'll end on a Gil King. So, boy.
Like there's another way.
All right, let's go to Ranger while I get caught up on the chat.
Okay. Well, I haven't bought many comics recently, but I found a seller in Canada who was selling a set of 3 high-grade Dells, and this doesn't happen a lot in Canada. So I bought them.
Ooh,
Are you guys
Very
familiar
cool.
with the series Spaceman?
yes.
Yeah.
That's
Those
good
are
stuff.
nice, man.
I found it horrible. I thought the art inside was very bad. I am trying to find a page.
I wonder if it's Brain Boy bad.
It's by the art inside is by Jack Sparling.
Yeah, Jack Sparling, he's a hit or miss. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
He's a hit or miss.
and this is 1963, so Dell was on the downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Still, the painted cover are still nice.
So nice.
Yeah.
Sorry for the glare. See, like this is really lazy. There's a fact page. I could have drawn this. I could have let lettering here is very amateur to me.
It looks like it's all done with a compass.
So it's about a planet, but still, I'm trying to find a particularly bad page of art to show. Anyway, let's move on. And this is the third issue.
Yeah.
I like the covers, but the inside art and stories I thought were pretty much the same. These pages, there's a few pages that were cool with dinosaurs and flying saucers, so this is always cool. But and I found the guy who wrote it was a guy named Ken Finch. Fitch. I don't know.
What year was that, Ranger?
1963. So Dell was going down.
They
Every
separated,
creators had left with Western to make comics for Gold Key, and they were stuck with what they had. And Ken Fitch, the writer, was apparently somebody from the Golden Age, but his credits for Dell only started in the early 60s. So this was a very good read. Jungle Jim.
Oh, love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool painted cover, and the art inside is by Frank Thorne.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thorne did a lot of work for Dell before going to DC to work on what's the DC character that is like Daniel Boone? I'm thinking Scalp Hunter, but it's not Scalp Hunter.
Oh, Tomahawk.
Yeah, Tomahawk, long-running guy, and Frank Thorne drew it for a while before he went to Marvel to work on Red Sonja. And I got another issue of Western Hero.
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
I'm actually missing only 3 issues from that long-running Western series.
Wow.
I have a few issues that I need to find upgrades, but only 2 issues left. And I'm pretty sure somebody showed this issue not long ago. Sorry about there. I'm gonna remove it. I had to buy it because it's a Canadian thing.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his Mountie uniform on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both stories in there in this issue are so much fun to read. The second one is called The Giant Cowboy, I think. It's a king-size cowboy. And it's Porky Pig helping a ranger with a circus and all that. And there was really fun stories to read, really well written. The last thing I bought recently, I think it was on the Saturday morning show with Shannon and Silver H, Dave, and Shannon showed this Project Liberty Brigade.
Oh, yeah. Sean Chen, I think, did that cover. Very cool.
Yeah. I found Shannon showed this in a few comics that came with it, with the Kickstarter, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned later that there was a cover done by Jim Steranko also. It's signed inside by the writer.
Oh, neat.
Michael Finn. I'd never heard of him before. And the guy who sold me was from Australia. And he sold me the full set that came with the Kickstarter. This was an homage to the All-Star Squadron #1.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's great.
Catman
And it came with a
Kitten.
lot of extras like this issue 0.
Wow.
So how long does it take to get something from Australia?
It was actually pretty quick. I think 2 or 3 weeks, which I was surprised because sometimes stuff from the US take as much long as that to get to me. So, and this is another one that came with the package. I actually bought the whole thing because when Shannon showed it, I saw Airboy
Yeah.
on this cover, and I said, "Wow, a team with Airboy! I'm in." I'm a huge Airboy fan.
Oh, yeah.
But actually, Airboy has very little to do with he's in a couple of pinups page and all that. This is a source book, and it's pretty much all the Golden Age character that weren't published by either Marvel, DC, Fawcett, or Charlton. I think all the small companies, Golden Age
Cool.
used in a one big adventures, and some of them are kind of all the same. I thought. I also bought a book that I wanted for a long time. It's the hardcover of the first few issues of Mr. X, which is a Canadian comic book, which came with a bonus
Neat.
page signed by D. Mutter.
Okay, that's
And-
extremely cool. Yes.
Yeah. And the first few issues were done by the Hernandez brothers.
Oh, yeah.
So they're all signed in there: Beto, Jamie, Mario. And I thought the first few issues were really cool.
Yeah.
I also want, I'm not sure if Grayman is watching right now, but in his Patreon video, he showed a Ghost Rider issue, I think, that was drawn by Carmine Infantino. And by accident, he bought the comic for maybe a couple of dollars, and it was a sign by Carmine Infantino. He just found out when he removed it from the bag, and and I said, I have a few books signed by Carmine Infantino. I'm pretty sure the signature is legit. I have this, which is a hardcover collection of the Jesse James comics from the Golden Age by Joe Kubert and Carmine Infantino. And it's a limited edition of, it's the 19 of 500, and it's signed by Joe Kubert
Oh, nice.
and Infantino on the same page.
Nice.
But unfortunately, the art inside is very badly reproduced. I don't know if you can see the quality, but it's like photocopies almost.
Hmm.
It's too bad. Still, I can read the story, so. And the other book I have with Carmine's signature is this one, which I actually had the softcover edition. This is the hardcover edition with signed by Carmine Infantino. Gonna show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I bought this on eBay on the day Carmine passed away, and I remember seeing a signed copy book like hardcover like this for $25. So I jumped on it because I thought I'm never gonna get it for lower than that. And lastly, I hope I'm not gonna tread too much on Paulo's territory, but there's a French comic book writer who passed away this week. His name is Thierry Caïto, and I think one of the work he did with Olivier Vatine was translated in English, Aqua Blue.
Aqua Blue. I think
it
I've seen
was
that around. Yeah.
In the USA also.
Oh, cool.
And Vatine is a great artist.
Wow. Very neat.
Sorry for the glare here. I'm trying to find a good page. Anyway. And he also drew this album, which is an homage to all the science fiction comic books of the 50s and 60s. And the art inside is very fun. Some of the pages are on the risque side, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show them all.
Looks like something that Michel Alban would publish.
Well, there's a black and white ending.
Mm.
Well, that's cool.
And this is another book they did together. This one is even more risque.
Oh, that cover I remember, yeah.
They're watching. Not risque, I think.
All right.
Money well spent. Money well spent.
But the art inside was pretty nice. I'm trying to find a page where there's no nudity because I don't want to be responsible for the videos shutting down. This one is not too bad, I think. With dinosaurs.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoops. This one is-
The dinosaur was naked.
Yeah. So that's it for me.
All right. Super
Good
duper.
stuff,
Good
man.
stuff.
Yeah, very good.
Thanks.
All right. Apollo can send over his files now,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll go to Gratu. There we go.
And there it is. So a couple of months ago, I already showed some covers from this Portuguese magazine series, which was an attempt still in the 1980s to do something as a periodical with European stories, but it didn't really work. The problem with this series, Seleções BD, was that they would use an image on the cover and then they would not advertise the strip that that image belonged to. So they're advertising that they have a Will Eisner story, but the covers from the Buck Danny comic, which was a favorite in Portugal. This has art by Francis Berge. Man, I can't remember the name here.
Hello, Tyler.
Oh, Berges, he was the artist on the later
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah, because this is an album from the 80s. But
Okay.
but we had more Buck Danny albums back in the 70s. I'm not sure how they went through reprinting this collection. I think it was in one of those newspaper collections where and so there they would do everything in double albums. This one as it's advertising an interview with a Portuguese author, but the cover is from the Dragon's Labyrinth, which is a story by Spanish artist Alfonso Font. Alfonso Font worked for the American market because you can find his art in Nightmare, the Skywald magazine.
What was that called? The Dragon's what, sir?
The Dragon's Labyrinth, but I don't think it's available in English.
It's a busy cover.
It is like a Jeff Darrow cover.
Yeah.
This one is from a strip called Captain Moulin Rouge.
That was fun.
And this one is from Louis Laguigne. They had to rearrange the art a little bit. Also mentioning that they have a report on the second European Comics Salon. This one is pretty cool. It's Brazilian. It's called Black Lion.
Cool.
Here's a blueberry. They were serializing Chihuahua Pearl in a few of these issues.
Great album.
Man,
beautiful.
This is a few months before the magazine was canceled, so they might as well go for broke, and they put in some Portuguese alternative artists in here, like on this one. The story is called Martian the Assassin. It was made in Portugal. Then the magazine was canceled and it was brought back a few years later. Short-lived Portuguese magazine from the 1970s, Super Grilo. So mostly they used whatever they could from comic strips, and even the American comic strips were sourced from Spain. So the cover is Odinson by Jesus Blasco.
Oh.
And this one is Johnny Focus by Micheluzzi. There were only, I think there were only these two issues. Policial. So this is a short-lived spin-off from the Mundo de Aventuras collection, where all the stories were detective stories. Pretty cheap at the time. But they had all of these had original covers instead of using the original art from the strips to do covers. This one has Rip Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
This one has Dirk Story, which is a British newspaper strip. The covers were, of course, made to resemble cheap detective novels. Buck Ryan, another British newspaper strip. Secret Agent X9. Doesn't look like Secret Agent X9. They could have done a better cover on this one.
Yeah.
Paul Temple, another British series. Steve Roper and Mike Nomad. Leslie Shane. Pretty good. And Jacques Flash. This one was French. And one thing in particular is that there are 2 or 3 stories early in the series run. This appeared in the French magazine Vaillant, which was sort of a bit more alternative than what appeared in Spirou or Pilote. And a few of these stories early on were drawn by Gérald Forton, who was a French artist. Then in the 80s moved to America, where he worked on Arax and the Thunder and on Jonah Hex. And later he would draw a few issues of Nexus and John Sable Freelance. But it's most likely not Forton art on this one. Okay, and I will be back since I have some more stuff for later.
All right. We'll probably lose Howler soon. He'll be called away to work. And just to give you an update, Captain Strangelove texted me. He's having some trouble with his leg. I guess he had some physical therapy, and so he's taking the night off. In case those of you were worried about him, he's doing good though. Now we're going to run to Grot 2. So take it away, sir.
Okay. Superboy 95.
Nice.
Imaginary story where the whole family makes it to Earth, but are shunned by the people of Smallville.
They're aliens.
Let's see. Well, stuff I got the other day from Gotham City Comics. And Gotham City Comics, Kevin, if you're still in the chat, there were some Mad magazines, like one with Mount Rushmore and one with 1961 being the same upside down. Those, I don't know if they were put in my pile, but if they weren't, if you could put them in my pile, because I went through my Mads and I don't have those. Let's see. I already showed these on my show, but I assume that probably a lot of people don't watch my show. Here's Adventures of Big Boy. They used to give us away at the restaurant, but I never knew Shoney's at one time was part of the Big Boy chain.
Yeah.
In Texas, it was Kip's Big Boy. I know in California, it was Bob's Big Boy.
In Maryland, it's Shoney's Big Boy in Maryland.
Is it still around, or was it?
There's a very few of them. Very few.
Shoney's, I think, still exists. But
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, Big Boy is drawn like a full-grown human here.
Big boy.
About the bad art in Spaceman, I think this might have it beat. These were always bad, but I loved them. But you know, there's the way Big Boy. Sorry, there's the way he's supposed to look, and this is the abomination they have. But they have free things you can get. Whatever. He's a little monster strip, really hideous vampire there, but it's just very strange art, you know. Just strange stuff. It's probably Tony Tallarico's better than that.
Hey, Mark.
But it's still good because, you know, It's like all those idiots in the 80s put out it's so bad, it's good books, all those.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, no, if it's good, then it's not bad. So it's not so bad. If Plan 9 from Outer Space is just plain good because it entertains you. A lot of movies don't entertain you. Here's Don Winslow of the Navy.
Oh, you got that one. That's nice. I saw it in the video. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
I got that one, and
That's a
Well, that was
very cool
quick. You
book.
did a video Sunday, and you now got it today. That's nice.
oh no, I got these like almost instantly. I had
Yeah,
these
that's what I'm saying.
last
It's like
Thursday.
Sunday you did the video.
Yeah, it was Sunday, and then I thought
Yeah.
Monday was a postal holiday, but it might
Mhm.
not have been. But I got them on Thursday, as I recall.
That's cool.
And
Yeah,
then
he's very fast on shipping.
because he wraps them instantly, and then the mailman comes to him. He doesn't go to the post office.
Right.
And I got your radio, which I appreciate at the same time. And I got to thank Meyer Greenblatt, who's I just see him there. He sent me a great book that I can use, and John Goris, I got your card in the mail. But this was sent as a freebie with my order, as was some other comics like Sham Comics, and
Oh yeah, I love Sham.
this is some free comic book, Adam West comic book.
Mhm.
What else? I got this. As long as you look at it this way, it's amazing. This is the way.
Oh my God.
Today is William Gaines. What is it? 101st, 102nd birthday. But see, this is the real front cover, which just looks, this is the way it should be viewed. The thing about Gotham City Comics is he watches my videos, and then he sees what comics I'm excited about, and then it looks like he looks and sees which comics I don't have of the ones that I'm excited about, and then he just will magically things will pop up in my packages that, like for
That's
instance, where was it? I was talking about Peter the Little Pest, and so this one that I didn't have in the, I don't know, probably 5-issue run. This was I don't remember what it was called in the 50s Marvel Comics. It was like Marvin the Menace, or no, probably wasn't Menace. That would have been sued. There was a Dennis the Menace knockoff, and they had like Dexter the Devil, or I don't know what it was. But in the 70s, early 70s, I consider it still to be the Silver Age when you have the quarter box, but it was probably about 71. They reprinted these 50s Dennis the Menace ripoffs and retitled it Peter the Little Pest. And somewhere I read that this is supposed to be in continuity with the Spider-Man books, that this is actually Peter Parker as a little kid with his parents before they, whatever.
We're spies.
Right, they're spies. But anyway, this is supposed to be that you don't have a complete Spider-Man collection unless you have this slabbed on your wall.
That's right.
Key issue. If I have, I need not rant. I had a horrible day. I need to keep my blood pressure down. I just am so sick and tired of hearing people talk about key issues and slabbing and. Anyway, I didn't have this issue of Nick Fury, and he threw it in the pile.
Cool.
There's a lot of stuff I don't have. He sent me this free. It's got this great.
Oh yeah, Big Frankie. Well, you have that, don't you?
Put him back together when the creature from the Black Lagoon fell on him. And then a couple of days later, Rico Browning, the creature from the Black Lagoon, died.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to tie together. It's like some QAnon conspiracy. We're in Gotham City Comics on a 5-hour live stream, and we're all commenting about his wonderful creature from the Black Lagoon on the wall. And I say, I have one. I got it from the Walmart catalog where my wife got it for me. And then, I don't know, we kept talking about the creature, and then I go downstairs after the live stream. I'm talking with Steve on the phone, and it's like, holy smoke, the because I heard a big crash during that live stream, and I thought, oh, it must be snow falling off the roof. Well, the creature had fallen on top of a big Frankie and a bunch of other stuff, and the next morning I was gluing everything back together. It's horrible. This is an amazingly, I'm not going to say high grade. I'm going to stick to only what I'm sorry, but I'm not. It's 1976. There's mint condition. There's fine. There's good. There's no more 2.5 and 9.6 and 9. That doesn't exist in my world. I heard someone talking about a comic store they went in where they opened up the Overstreet Guide to price. I want to go back to that world before slabbing, before key issues. Anyway, this is just in really great shape. I'm not going to say a number, but it's April 57. So there were some others that were obviously from the same collection that Gotham City had, and I was just saying, hey, pull those for me too, and I'll get them at some point if I don't die first. Almost felt like I had a stroke today. It's a horrible day. Got this. I don't think I have this, but I might. And if I have it, I don't know why I don't know if I have it, because that's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And the Aurora model, I inherited that from my older brother's a slot car set of Aurora. And I think I'm going to get my friend Randy. This is not from his collection, but my friend Randy, that's always been someone that I've looked up to, like an older brother from back in Dallas. I've got him to agree to come on and be interviewed. He's the guy that gave me his whole Avengers collection, but he knows that he's an encyclopedic font of knowledge on garage rock, and he was at the Sex Pistols concert at the Longhorn Ballroom. In Dallas, the Sex Pistols played like a country western honky tonk.
Yeah, Sid Vicious got his nose busted there.
Yeah, he was there. He was like right there. So he's older than me. So because I would have been in 70s, I would have been in 7th grade, but he was there. He's got all kinds of stories. So anyway, it's another great book. Probably going on too long here. Got this issue of Weird War, because I didn't really remember there being a giant Weird War comic.
I did not either. Oh,
Me
wow.
neither. That was cool when I saw that.
I mean, it's got a color breaking fold. Spine tick. Spine tick, really. None of this current terminology. It just drives me crazy. All the terminology that everybody uses. Every time I hear, every time I hear moving forward, having said that, so yeah, I just feel like I want to punch a wall, man. This issue of Captain Midnight, when there was no more Nazis to fight, so he had to go after these little green men. So let's see. There's more stuff, but I got some Treasury editions. That may be. Oh, I got some of these replica comics that are coming out. Wiz Comics, Werewolf by Night. This one looks pretty good. From a distance, almost looks real.
Nice.
Maybe I haven't got some of those. But I'll try to make another order from Gotham City Comics, but these are not good financial times or of any kind.
I don't think they are for anybody, Grunty.
Yeah,
Well, I see people unboxing.
same here.
Here's my 8th video of unboxing this many slabs. I only spent $7,000 on this new book, and it's my favorite artist, Jack Kiarby. Here's Katie Keene by Bill Wugon.
Oh dear.
It's like I just spent $2,000, but I can't pronounce the names of the artists. They're all shut up. Never mind. I said, my wife tells me to shut up. I got this too. This
They do that. Oh, that's cool.
Sweet.
Drunk but tremendous.
And with that, we'll be going to Steve. Howler, are you still doing okay?
Yeah, since Steve's here, I was going to stick around here for just a second. But you care if I show some books that I have specifically for Steve, and then I'll get off here?
Okay, sure.
Cool.
If y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
Steve
Go
will
ahead,
laugh.
sir.
He probably has all these. All right. First of all, Jambo, I feel you on the Shonies. You know, I'm there with you. And then Steve, it seems like didn't you and I talk about the Once in the Future Tarzan book from Dark Horse? Where
Yes.
this is written like a novel in the future because Tarzan is immortal, and we've reached a little bit of a post-apocalyptic world there that doesn't affect it too well.
Oh, cool. I need to pick that up.
Yeah. It's
Oh, Star Hunters.
When did that come out? Is that new?
Oh no, this came out. I think this was in a 3-part story from Dark Horse Presents, and they finally collected it sometime.
I need to get that.
12 years or something.
I love that. I have a few collections with Dark Horse Tarzans, and I love them. They're absolutely they have beautiful art, and they have great respect for Tarzan in those stories.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever figure out why Tarzan never had a beard?
Well, there's that. I was just going to be here on a minute because, like, I was going to start throwing out the Philip Jose Farmer stuff I've been reading. But anyway, this is one of Steve Charlton 66 favorite characters, right?
One of them favorite characters. Yeah, I love that series. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I've been organizing my books, and it turns out I've got 5 of the 7 original.
Nice.
Books. Yeah, and one of the first conversations Steve and I had when we years back, we're just on the phone or something like that. I said something about this being like the cocaine years of the 70s. Little did I know that Steve was a huge fan. So
great stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to be reading these. Yeah, I'm going to finally read these. Well, it looks like it's like comics there for a while. You could tell they were smoking, marijuana, and it was like laid back and nice things. And then you get into the bright colors and the porn stashes of the 70s,
And that's the costume that I did commission from Bob Layton. I had to use that costume for that commission.
Okay.
I remember that comic being very good. Of course, I was in 6th grade, but I thought it was very well written.
It still holds up.
Yeah, I want to be. Now that I have this many of them, I'm going to be reading them. So,
cool.
Yeah, I kept them just because you recommended them. But I'm going to get out of here, and when I get where I need to be, I'll want to catch the rest of the show, man. So, Jambo,
right, man.
See what you got, man. Thanks,
See
guys.
Take care, Howler. Be safe, man.
See you, Tim.
Later, guys.
See ya. We're talking about Jack Sparling, RangerSly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a hit or miss for me. However, I do have a piece of artwork from him because my very first comic that I remember looking at when I was very little was in a barber shop. My grandfather, who was in the barber shop, there's a bunch of old comics. My grandfather just gave me a Western comic, which was called Smokey, about a horse.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have that copy. I have a one I bought much later. And Jack Sparling, I figure out later, did the artwork, and I was able to find a page from that Smokey book. Now his close-ups are horrible. She looks like she's got cross eyes, and I understand that. But the horses and
very nice.
He draws perspective, very nice.
Yeah.
But look at his fingers, though; they're all. Again, he's hit or miss. But I just had to bring that up. I do have a piece of artwork from Jack Sparling, from Smokey. And what brings it back around to other things that I collect, George Gross did the painting cover for the Smokey book. And later on, the Avenger pulp novels were drawn by the same painter. The covers were George Gross. So I thought that was kind of cool. A couple other things. We stopped by the comic book store today. The new Monster Bash came out, number 49.
Wow.
Comic Monster.
That's cool.
So that's going to be very cool to read.
That's a great painting.
The new this is cool. Also, this is neat too. In the back, They have a T-shirt ad, and the moon. They got one of the moon monster.
Oh shoot!
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Is it possible to subscribe to that magazine?
Yes. Yeah. Monster
Yeah.
Bash. This is the winter 2022 issue. I think it comes out every other month, I think. And Alter Ego, which I'm surprised they're doing this for Alter Ego, but they have the Young All Stars, which is kind of newer for Alter Ego, newer group of heroes. I've never read anything with Young All Stars. It looks like it'd be good.
It's Roy Thomas.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Did that make you feel old just seeing that cover? Because it did me.
Yeah.
What happened to C.C. Beck and stories about
Exactly.
1940s
Yeah.
Rangers?
Yeah.
No, Alter Ego is becoming a magazine for me.
Yeah, right. And the new back issue, Nick Fury and
and back issue is doing comic is doing the stories about last week's comics.
Yeah, it's going to get to that point, Been reading, been organizing my Charlton, so I've been reading a lot of Charlton, and this is part of my reading stack. I've showed this before, but I've reread this again, Golden Age Western.
All right.
It's got a lot of Charlton stories in it. And it's got a bullet hole cover. You can see the bullet holes. Kind of cool. But the front piece is pretty darn cool. Even though they showed Gene Autry here, there's no Gene Autry stories in there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought they could have made a better selection of the stories inside the book. I have the book also, but I was disappointed that on the selection they had to go with stuff that they didn't have to pay the rights for.
Yeah, the public domain stuff. You had a lot of stuff that Williamson could have put in there. Toth, a bunch of other guys who did westerns could have made it a lot more flavorful. I agree. Yeah. Texas Rangers. This is number 20, 1960.
Wow,
very cool.
Yeah, this is a great cover. Gunmaster number 4. I love the old Al Hooch here, man. Especially this guy right here. This guy's a trip. Gunmaster number 4. This took me a while to read, believe it or not. I mean, it was 100 pagers, but Fighting Air Force number 12. I think I've showed this before, but I had to reread it.
That looks like pinball back glass art.
This has a little print run. This is the Lonely War Captain Willie Schultz. They're having, if you watch my video, they put out a hardback of all the collection of Willie Schultz stories, which I picked up. It's quite expensive. It's $50. It's 45 bucks. I think it was 51 when I got it shipped, but it's coming tomorrow. Got it from Amazon. Just came out, but they collect the whole thing. Sam Gladsman does the artwork. Will Franz writes the stories, and it's really good. So if you're into war stories and old Charlton stuff, that's a must. Haven't finished this one yet. Wyatt Earp.
Oh, sweet.
Number 21. However, there is a tear right there.
Wow.
I was putting it in the bag, and there was a smaller piece, little fold, and it hit the mylar and just took up the chunk.
Those Charlton's 100 pagers are so hard to find in any grade anyway. So
yes. Oh yeah, I was happy
when you find them, grab them.
Absolutely. And the 68 pagers here too.
Yeah.
This is number 11.
Oh, nice one.
Got Williamson artwork in this one.
Yeah.
Man, that's nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I like that one.
And the Edward Shoe Store, number 6, 610 Heroes.
Did that last one have the price 3 times on the cover?
Yeah, actually twice. Yeah,
I thought I saw it 3 times.
68
68, then it's 15.
15. They want to make sure they got that
that
extra nickel. This is the first issue, 1958. Maverick Marshall. This one's got, look at this monster on this. This is number 35 from 1950, from 62. Look at the monster. Look how goofy he looks.
It's so goofy. It's cool.
Classic. This White Marines, great cover on this one, number 130. I believe it's Pat Boyette. Or not? No, some guy named PRY. I don't know who that person is. White Marines, number 131. Great cover on this.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get through this whole pile this week. I'm just married, number 47. Maybe this was okay.
Now we're talking.
From 1966. Texas Rangers in Action, number 37 from 63.
Cool one.
Wow.
This is a great cover, too. I love the perspective. Submarine Attack,
Wow.
number 52, I believe.
That is great.
Yeah, I love the perspective. The red, white, and blue right here, and just the story titles. Ghostly Tales, 68.
Oh, that's good too.
And lighter stuff. The Great Kazoo. Dum Dum. This is number 17.
So
Don't
that
give
guy's,
that hippie a ride.
he's on
Yep.
cloud 9, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? Gonna pick up that hippie guy. And my last book I got for tonight, Yogi Bear,
Oh,
number 10.
Yogi.
very
Honey, calling me Yogi.
good.
Yogi Boo. All right.
It's all
That's
about
all I
you.
got, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Very
Cool
nice.
stuff, man.
Thank you.
So we're going to go run to Jambo. Well, before we do, Steve, let me ask you. Out
Yes.
of all the military titles Charlton has, I'm kind of leaning towards I like Battlefield Action.
Battlefield Action, I like them. Fight Navy, though.
Fight Navy,
And,
all right.
yeah, because being in the Navy, it's
Sure.
I love the concept, and I can relate to what's going on in some of the stories. But Battlefield Action, I love the logo, and the stories are really good because they take place in all the different wars, which is really good.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, Jambo, take it away, sir.
I went into a comic shop today. They were really excited. It was New Comic Book Day.
Oh,
Very excited. They even gave me a free new comic book. And then I had to tell them, well, I'm just here to see the back issues. I want to see what old books you have. So they steered me towards some stuff.
That's a great
hey,
one.
there's a good one.
There we go.
Yeah,
Tom Sutton.
World War One action going on there. Great.
Yeah, the biplanes and stuff.
Yeah, I love that machine gun, man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, he came for Bear, man. He's got the
Yeah.
machine gun on top and in
On the
front
front
there.
and on the top.
And they had a couple of these. I was glad to grab those.
Okay.
There you
It's
go.
number 57. So it's getting kind of late in the run. I was glad to grab it though.
Mm-hmm.
There was 59 of Lost in Space.
Cool monster.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the Cyclops they had in the first episode of the series, right?
You're right. Yeah.
Except he was a lot bigger, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Eric, this is for you, buddy.
Oh, nice.
That is great.
Where's Welma?
But
There we go.
Number 5, yeah.
early issues.
I grabbed that one. I didn't have that one.
Frank Thorne drew the early issues also.
Pretty good artwork.
Yeah, that's a great series. It's fun stuff. Ooh, very cool. I got that one. Yeah.
Nice.
Throw that big
Yeah.
boiler at him.
Cool dragon, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Look at that. Broadway. Broadway is my beat.
Did you clear the store out of all the gold keys?
There was still a couple left. I got a couple other things here that I took a little bit more of my money. I grabbed this.
Oh, nice.
Oh, neat.
Wow.
Is volume 7, number 9. This one had some Frazetta pages in it. It
Wow.
had a couple pages of Frazetta in the heap. The
Yeah.
original Swamp Monster.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Seems like a pretty good store.
Yeah. I'm jealous.
it was $30, and Gratu, I had that one issue of Don Winslow you showed earlier, and I found this one today.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow. Another
Sean
bondage
McGovern.
cover.
Yeah, seeing it poor Sal, she's got him tied up again.
Another
Was
bondage.
she a regular character, pretty much?
She was one of his antagonists, yeah, that he
Okay.
dealt with about 3 or 4 times, I think. So
Okay. Wow.
That's neat.
It's like
pretty
she's
cool
living-
female villain. You didn't see a lot of those back in the Golden Age, so yeah, it was kind of cool to grab that. And pretty cool artwork. I
Mhm.
like it there.
Yeah.
That was number 60 from 1950.
There was a movie serial too, wasn't there?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. I grabbed this. I got this one offline.
That's
Wow.
It's number 90.
Very cool.
So nice to
1950.
see it not slabbed.
Yeah. So yeah, she's gonna poison that dude. So
Now,
Yeah,
if Lady
kinda look
Luck
like
has
Jane
anything to
Russell.
say about it.
yeah, she did kind of remind me of Jane Russell.
Yeah.
Those eyelashes, man. Wow.
They're posting pictures of Lady Luck every day in one of the comic book historians' Facebook groups.
Yeah, this used to be Crack Comics, I think, and then Lady Luck took over in issue 87 or 88 one, I believe. So, and she had the title for about 5 issues, I think. So, that's it for this round. I'll let somebody else go.
All right. Now we bravely go to Eric Breen.
No cane today.
What? I showed more Kane than you did? Oh my goodness.
Unacceptable.
What's the world coming to?
So, new comic book day today. We didn't get the back issue, so let me show you all the cool stuff that I did get. Oh, okay, moving on.
Yeah.
We'll get the breening out of the way. Sounds weird when I say it.
Yeah.
Here's a Superman 175 signed by its original owner.
Nice.
What's the original owner's name?
Terry Kramer.
Terry Kramer.
Yes. And
Took it for
when I saw this, I had the same reaction. I said, there was a giant weird war?
Wow. There you go.
Nice.
And that's what I love about DC. It's any given month, I guess, they just throw in a giant. All right, now let's do some random stuff. The Donald Duck.
Oh,
Cool.
fantastic.
Here's number 58. I don't know how this new book got in here.
Yeah.
Ghostly Tales 57. 78.
There you go.
Oh, that's a nice one. Love that cover.
Problem is, if I lose the glare, you got to look at me. I'm not sure that's acceptable trade. Number 80.
Nice.
Ghost Manor number 11.
Cool Charlton books.
12. Number 14.
Wow.
The blue chick.
There's Ghostly Pond, 41.
Yeah, that's a cover right there, man. That is
Wow.
great.
That's Tom Sutton, no?
And we're not gonna
Yep.
have to hear anything from her. Am I right, fellas?
Keep quiet. And a bondage, yeah.
Number 74.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Let's all find our sensitive sides here. Heartthrobs, 113.
Oh,
I hear you. 116.
Nice covers.
I love you.
Nice.
We love you too, Eric.
Oh, my.
Yeah, the feeling's
I
mutual.
gotta get you right here, doesn't it? Hey, Steve, have you finished the Charlton Companion yet?
Almost.
I take it up to the public laundromat. I really do need to get a washer and dryer, and I've been knocking it off. And I'm about 230 pages in. Great book.
Oh,
Is
it's
that I
fantastic.
love you? Is that an I love you, Don Winslow crossover?
I'll tell you what, this isn't the one I'm thinking of, but this guy was a really good artist, but I don't have any idea who it is. Here's a other one. Not sure if it still has the David Cassidy poster in it or not.
Oh, can you
You know you
check?
picked it up on your wall.
That's right. Paste it right over that icky Farrah Fawcett red David
Yes.
poster.
yes.
Here's issue 96.
So what's the title on that one?
That's a Susan
I
Day.
love you, Gil Kane.
Ah,
The full title. Here's number 97.
Wow. Those are really hard to find. A lot of the romance books are from Charles.
Apparently, because they're all in my other room.
yeah.
So 105.
That's a good cover.
Exciting.
Switch over to Archie here for a moment. Jughead 67. 146. 174.
Wow.
We'll close with a little more romance for you all. Just Married 81.
Nice.
And this is the one I said I wish I knew who this artist was, because I really liked his work. And last but not least, Just Married 85.
Very nice.
That's it for this round.
All right. And we welcome Spinner Rack.
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Hey, Spinnerack.
He got in here just in time for me to go right to him and catch him totally.
Good to me. Okay.
Did Gratu morph into him, or did he leave?
Yeah, I don't know.
Gratu stepped out. I don't know if he'll be back.
Okay.
You know, I was going to do my top 20 spec books tonight, but considering Charlatan 66's video,
What do you say?
I don't know. Did you guys talk about that yet? Or
Were you gonna slab them, Dave?
What's it? Yeah, all 9.8 slab.
Okay.
No, do your thing.
No, I showed this maybe even last week or the week before, but
Oh, beautiful.
RangerSly is on here. I thought I'd
that's
show
sweet,
it again
man.
because Ranger, I don't think you were in the chat on that day. And if you guys recall, I said I think I'm going to crack this open, but my wife didn't want to.
Mhm.
And Eric, I think it was you that asked, well, why not? And so I went and asked her, and she really didn't have a reason other than like, well, it's already slab. Why would you want to do that? But you know, it was cheap enough where I don't really think I care about losing value, and I certainly would like to look at it and read it. So anyway,
It's a great book.
Yeah.
the other thing I wanted to show. So last time we, Eric, I think you were talking about Junkyard Joe and it being a good series so far. by Gary
Yes.
Frank and Jeff Johns. And I showed a piece of art, but I wanted to show another one from Gary Frank, and I don't think I've ever showed this piece before. And this this was the cover to this issue of
Jeez.
Action Comics back in the Rebirth.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
really good.
you think about all the work that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's significant. But anyway, so there's that. All right, and then I got home late here from work, and so I just grabbed that. I've only got one stack of things to show tonight, but so I grabbed some stuff off one of the spinner racks, but just an assortment of odds and ends.
All right. That was a good story.
That's nice.
You know, it's funny. One thing I'm going to kind of work on. I don't, for some reason, I have a good portion, but not all of the Marvel team ups. So I think I might kind of work towards finishing that run off.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost brand new.
Here's a
They look like it, right?
X-Men 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then here is
Wow.
Submariner.
Iconic cover.
Look at that cover.
On a cover, and taken off from. I'm glad Gratu's not watching because this cover.
Nice.
Now, I want to tell you guys, this is an interesting one because you'll probably recognize the name. And by the way, I think the only reason it got an 8.0 is, you see there was some color bleed? See where the 15?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of color bleed, and then also on the back, you can see it at the top. But it's in really great condition. But I bought this comic book from ETA Nick.
Okay.
Wow, that's a classy pass.
But yeah, ETA Nick, who of course is signed off, and but was a longtime YouTuber.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's a copy of Lois Lane.
I could never tell if ETA Nick was upset or pissed off or just happy.
Yeah, he definitely was a one of a kind personality.
Yeah.
And he didn't suffer fools at all. He let you know it. So this is from 1962, a Dick Dillon cover.
Nice.
Issue number.
Yeah, he's another guy that don't get credit. He should get credit, man. Dick Dillon. Great illustrator.
I agree. And then here's Avengers 74.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that giant, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And like I said, these are just kind of odd and end issues I currently have on my spinner rack. Jimmy Olsen. This is issue 107 from 1967. And I'm sure you all can recognize this is a Kurt Swan cover.
Mm-hmm.
Around that time, did anybody else draw Superman but Kurt Swan?
Right.
Yeah.
Superman would have been pretty quick about sweeping that street up.
Yeah, really.
So here's I do have some newer comic books on my rack. And
that's an interesting cover.
The Goblin.
With the Goblin done in kind of a web.
That's kind of an interesting cover.
And then, speaking of Spider-Man, here he is in Cat Suit.
Wow.
This is issue 138.
That's when John Romita was drawing for a short while Captain America, I think.
Yeah. There's his signature down here. Yeah, it's a Romita senior. The better Romita. Okay, and then here's an early copy of Avengers.
Jeez, that's very nice.
Yeah. Beauty.
That is beautiful.
Another Avengers. I always kind of like the perspective of this.
Awesome.
And then
Yeah,
Scarlet
good stuff.
Witch floating head down at the bottom there. Rod likes those floating heads. And then there's an issue of Daredevil,
Hmm.
41.
Gene Colan.
Jim Colin cover.
Yeah.
And then finally, I'll end with one of the Power Records, I think.
Ah,
Fantastic Four.
That was my first Power record.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Micah, that's all I got for tonight.
neat. That's good stuff.
Great
Yeah.
stuff, man.
We're glad you came on.
Yeah.
Ranger, you got anything else?
Oh, look at Eric.
I'm being breened already.
Double green.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's I keep those together as a display.
Do you?
And so when you showed both of them back to back, I figured they were literally like 6 feet away. Yours are in nicer shape,
Cool.
obviously.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, and were they from ETA, Nick, or?
No, they were. I got the Submariner on eBay.
Yeah.
We got the Fantastic Four at the store when I was just kind of like subcontracting with them, and I said I'd like to buy this, and he goes, "Just take it."
Yeah.
Nice.
I do. It has a 15-cent grease pencil mark on it, but
Yeah.
Still can read it. That's all that counts.
beats paying hundreds of dollars for it too.
Oh yeah.
well, Ranger, I didn't know if you were going to stick around more, or do we have anything else?
I stick around, but I like I said, I have a cold, so I thought I would stay only for an hour, so I prepare only stuff for the first hour.
Right.
So, but I'm feeling good enough to stay with you guys. Just
Fantastic.
Awesome.
looking at your stuff.
Then I'll bore you with some more. Here's Ernie Chan.
I love that cover. That's such a great cover.
Never seen this one.
And John Byrne.
Look at that.
Beautiful cover.
Yeah.
Here's Ron Wilson.
Another unsung hero of our bronze and 80s. Ron Wilson. Fantastic.
This is Keith Pollard.
Another one. Wow.
Oh yeah, no, Keith Pollard. It's insane that Keith Pollard is not one of the most celebrated names in comics.
Agreed.
Here's more Keith.
Yeah, look at that. Great stuff.
Another funny thing about Pollard is, as for some strange reason, older inkers did a better work over him than more modern inkers.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
A nice guy too. I met him at a con. He was pretty.
Yeah,
nice
very
fellow.
nice guy. Yeah.
here's Superboy.
All right.
That's great. Look at that crypto. We'll destroy him.
He's a Bizarro.
Bizarro crypto.
And World's Finest. Superman's dead, but Batman is not deserving the transfer.
Such dramatic.
How they gonna cut into his
There.
steel hide there?
Oh, that's a cool cover.
Yeah, that's a great one. The Colossal Superdog.
Awesome.
And mix it up a little bit. Here's Conan the King.
Yes.
He's doing his best Thor.
Yeah.
The Thundercats.
Wanted some bizarre covers to show you.
Yeah. Good old Zach.
Yeah, Mike Zeck. Yeah.
some action. This doctor goes back to Krypton before baby Kal-El is sent to Earth.
He looks damn near like teenage Kal-El by the time they sent him.
Yeah. He may have messed up on the timeline.
Look at that. That's crazy.
This must be the first appearance of Kali, so this must be one of those key issues everybody's
That's a
waiting
great collie.
for. And, Pa Kent was super as well. This is a hoot. He grounds Clark, and he goes out and does all the superheroing. We'll do one more. You guys like a little ACG Forbidden Worlds?
Oh, man.
You can never go wrong with ACG. Look at that.
Awesome. The Good Witch.
All right. Let's see. I don't know if Paulo has got any more files to send over.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, so let's go for some Jornal Couto. This was a favorite of the Portuguese crowd back in the 70s. Couto was a Spanish boy adventurer created by Jesus Blasco, but he did not appear even though his name is on the title, he did not appear in most stories. And since the comic was weekly, they just had a rotating cast of characters, like on this one where we have Popeye, and here with Flash Gordon.
Very cool.
And a couple of years down the line, they redid the magazine, with a new styling. So this one has Tarzan, the Phantom.
Oh, nice.
Painted red here. They should have. I think these stories were sourced from Spain, which explains why the character is painted red here instead of purple. Because the Phantom sometimes is painted in a strange way depending on the country, and you can actually identify where the story was printed due to the way that the Phantom's painted. But here he has a red uniform and blue shorts. Tomboy, this one I don't know what it is, but I thought the cover was interesting. Larry Yuma. This one comes from Italy. And the Tiger of Sambar. So this story was created in Portugal. Now moving on to Mundo de Aventuras. This is post 500 issues, so these are in the early to mid 80s. And at this time, they kind of didn't really pay much attention to the characters because they were licensing a lot of Italian-made stories that went to the British market. So they didn't have permanent characters, and they weren't signed, so we had no idea who created them. And it's just something that they would say, "Oh, let's throw the kids some cowboy stories."
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Yeah.
But this one, then they put Torgal on the cover. This one has Trigon Empire, although this image is not really from the Trigon Empire. The Trigon Empire was a Don Lawrence comic, very, very famous at the time. And we even had Warlord. There were a few issues of Mundo de Aventuras that had Marvel and DC stories. In the late 70s, they had Kazar and Deathlock because they somehow licensed the Astonishing Tales title, just the Astonishing Tales title. And then a couple of years down the line, we got Warlord, and we had Green Lantern, Green Arrow. So this is kind of interesting, this choice. Wakantanka was a Portuguese-made Western featuring only Native Americans. There were 2 albums, I believe. I've already shown some of the covers, but sometimes the stories would be serialized in these magazines before they put out the albums. I've talked to the daughter of this magazine's publisher because she was also an editor, and even now she's retired, and her sons, so this is now 3rd generation, her sons are now publishing comics, and see if it was possible to retrieve any original art that may be out there so we can get these stories republished, but it would be very, very difficult. This one it's
Barbarella?
and now I have a total blank. It's
Axa or Barbarella?
no, the other one, the
Valerian?
Valerian, yeah.
Oh boy, that
And-
girl doesn't look like Laureline.
Yeah, she doesn't look like Laureline, but the covers were made in Portugal, so
Yeah. With the Millennium Falcon in the background.
yeah.
Very cool.
Wow. Billy Biz. This one I don't know what it is. Must be one of those British market stories with no main characters. The painted cover does look like it was made for one of those British magazines. And here's the Phantom. These may be Italian-made stories inside, because this doesn't look like Cyberry. Or like the Gladiator. These are Portuguese-made stories. And Firehair, which I was looking through the covers and I found Firehair? Joe Kubert?
Yeah.
I had no idea that they were putting it up. At this time, the publishers only liked French stories, so I was kind of surprised to see this here. And generic cover for Garth, of course, was a British newspaper strip. It appeared in Portuguese newspapers, was a favorite of mine. But it was, by the time we got to the 80s, it was very, very weird. And we're done.
Cool. Very
Although
nice.
was Garth more like Flash Gordon or Buck Rogers?
Well, it's British, so imagine that Doctor Who used a gun. And then 20 years later, Doctor Who has Han Solo's personality, but takes drugs.
Ranger, have you heard
whoever drew the stories also took a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they appeared in a newspaper.
So, Ranger, had you heard of this?
No, the name sounds vaguely familiar, but I never read Garth.
Yeah, the name more associated with the strip was Frank Bellamy. He was not the original artist, but he was the one that drew him for the most time.
So it was British strip then.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I recall, Steve, did you have anything else?
No, I'm good for right now. That was my little reading pile that I had some likes. Yeah.
So I guess we can go to Jambo.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I showed these on here last week or not, but these were some of the books I got from Kevin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
That's cool.
And yeah, he
What
had
year
some
is
great
that,
books. 1949.
Wow.
Number 15, yeah.
It was good art in Tom Mixed. It was a good artist.
Yes, nice painted cover. I like that one.
But the inside art also usually done by the same guy, and it was great with action scenes.
Yeah, they were pretty good. Most of them there. It's number 12 from 1948.
Wow, early issues.
King of the Cowboys. Oh,
Well, maybe
was
Roy
before
were.
Roy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think by the time those comics were published, he was dead already. I think Tom
Yeah, he
Mix.
was killed in 1940.
Yeah.
And Micah seen these.
Yes.
This is number 6.
I could have spoke up and got that, but no, I hesitated.
Does this one has? I think Frank Frazetta drew some secondary stories in the early
Alex
Dale
Toth.
Evans.
It had some
Alex
Alex Toth.
Toth. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Alex Toth. You're right.
Yeah, don't give up hope, Mike. It might find its way to your house someday.
No. I was holding back. I knew he had some Gabby Hayes, and that's what I really wanted. So.
Oh yeah.
But these are stunning.
This is number 9, 1950.
Very cool.
Ranger, you're being asked a question.
No, I've never been to a convention in New Jersey. Sorry, Mastodon. I would have liked to meet you.
Wow, you got a good number of these.
Yeah. They're not easy to find.
Yeah, I've seen more of the Dell.
Yeah,
issues with
exactly.
her.
Oh,
that's
Gino.
a good one. That's a great cover.
Yeah.
Gene, he's all happy playing his guitar. I just grabbed a few westerns for Ranger.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
All-Star.
These are hard to find also. Even harder, I think. Which issue is that, Jamba?
That is number 47.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're playing around. That's a great cover.
It's got some issues there on the cover, but yeah.
There's a Ranger.
Yeah.
This is a Ranger for Ranger.
Yeah, thanks. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I like that yellow cover, man.
Yeah.
And these have a lot of color in them. These Tim
Wow.
Holt,
Oh yeah. There you go.
number 31. Frank Bowl.
These can be expensive.
This had a Dick Ayers Ghost Rider also, so
Nice.
can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
This is number 35.
Oh yeah.
You had the red mask on.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. A couple of Rango Kid.
Durango, yeah.
I think they started putting the mask on some of the heroes. I don't know if they had that on TV or movies or whatever, but I think they did it for like the superhero craze, like Western superheroes. I don't know. This is number 7. This is a Schomburg cover.
Mastodon was asking how many issues of that run of Dale Evans they were at DC, and it was 24 issues, I think.
24. Black Rider.
Oh, cool.
Sid Shore's cover.
Man.
I think Kevin at Gotham City Comics had a Black Rider, the issue that had Stan Lee dressed up as the Black Rider.
Cover, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'd love to have that one, but I'm sure it was very expensive. And he said he kind of wanted it, so I didn't even ask him about it. So
Right.
I was like, some stuff you just got to keep for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So that's it for me, Micah.
Wow.
Okay.
Thanks,
Well,
Jumbo. That was cool.
Well, thank you, sir.
If and Spinner has shown all his, we'll go right to Eric for the big grand finale.
I don't know how grand it is.
There's reasons of being last.
I said it was great. You've got to live up to this now.
Well, life's full of disappointments.
Yes.
All right.
We need
Here's
some Gil Kane here.
I already showed those Gil Canes.
here's love adventures. It's real love stories of real women.
Oh,
Don't miss Pickup Girl.
Wow.
Gee, that's something.
This is autographed by somebody who Probably went on to be a doctor because I can't make it out. Diary 33.
Wow.
Ruthie, am I right? I mean, seriously, what are you doing to her man?
Let's see.
This tramp's unfaithful forever.
Oh boy.
This kind of hobby is this?
Nice hair.
Yeah, it's hard to convince people that have never read romance why you would bother, but these are awesome. I mean, I would think that with all of today's political correctness that it would just cut the legs out from under any good romance stories, but
Eric,
these old ones are awesome.
Eric, I used to have that last one you just showed.
This one?
And the Dana Bonaducci or whatever, and it's a horrible drawing. Oh, absolutely horrible.
Oh, the poster's gone, so somebody must have really liked Danny Partridge.
Oh, no. Oh,
yeah,
that might be over at Micah's.
No.
Here's an Atlas romance, Love Tales.
Wow.
Mm.
Oh.
And it looks like he's getting some. Am I right, fellas?
He's sure working on it, ain't he?
The many ghosts of Dr. Graves.
Cool.
Wow. Great.
Awesome.
And wait, what's this? Why, it is not a Gil Kane-free evening after all.
Oh, no.
Let's be calm now.
No. Those nose.
Very quiet.
Whew, boy.
Oh, great.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Number 28. And, well, what do you know, Wilbur? Here's some more Gil Kane.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Love that character.
Oh.
Oh,
We've got to be on the precipice now.
I'm your life. I'm the one who cares. They betray. I'm your only true friend now. They'll betray. I'm forever there.
I'm in a spin, shaking on a spring, you make me feel like dancing.
You know it's that much trouble.
You make me feel like dancing.
You know it's that much trouble.
You make me feel like dancing. I feel like dancing, dance the night away. I feel like dancing,
I'm your pain.
I'm your pain is right.
Leo Sayer and Metallica.
Now, okay, trivia question for y'all. What rock group spawned Leo Sayer?
What rock group spawned Leo? Sweet.
He was a musician for a popular band of the era.
Of the 70s.
Not Elvis Costello.
No, that hurts.
Casey and
to put
Sunshine
those two
Band?
names together. Well, I'll show a Marvel superheroes while you're thinking.
Who are you guys trying to think of? Leo Sayer?
Yeah,
What band was he in before he went solo?
Oh,
New theme song.
he was in a band. Oh, you messed me up, man. I don't know.
Marvel Triple Action.
Very, very cool.
Nice square bound.
Even those reprints, it's still very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, since I know the shelf life on when I try to think of these things, I work on for about 6 seconds and I get bored. Three Dog Night.
No.
Wow. Okay.
My Love number 4.
Beautiful.
His music
so
sure
much
changed
in this
Three Dog Night, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
I've never heard this one before. My Secret Life. Love the logo.
Very cool.
Here's Mystery in Space 55.
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
Fantastic.
Nice. Great tone cover, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it might not survive another trip out of the bag. So here's number 92.
Oh,
Okay.
I love these.
Is number 98. Yes, I know how you guys are ready for more romance. So here's Our Love Story 37 reprinted.
That's my kind of romance right there. Yeah.
I never knew that existed. Wow.
She keeps trading up, and then the last guy she thinks she's going to settle with introduces her to his wife, closes the go-go club, and she's unemployed and manless. And just look at her. You tell me that trollop didn't deserve her comeuppance.
That trumpet.
That's
Oh,
Look at her outfit. That's pretty pretty well drawn.
Pretty groovy.
Yeah, man.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, this might have been Vince Coletta, because he drew a lot of romance comics in this era, and he was actually a good artist.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I guess maybe he just
Can't eat
started.
damn.
Maybe he originally just started racing himself. I don't know. Secret Heart 76. There's a couple of Secret Romance.
Nice one.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe he was a songwriter for him. But I thought he played some. I thought he did some instrument, some music, instrument work for him. But I guess he's just like one of their sessions musicians. But I guess maybe he was never a fully accredited member. There's Secret Romance. See, this is what they're trying to sell you today. The girl sits home, watch football while the guy goes out and gets in her makeup cabinet. Secrets of Love and Marriage 21. And last but not least, Secrets of Young Brides. I forgot to write down the issue. But this has on the bottom here. I know those look like nice prizes, but I don't think I'm going to eat Turkish taffy.
No.
Yeah.
And Turkish taffy must have sponsored half of Charlton's line in this year. Because I see these all over the place.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
For you.
Oh, Miranda, that my brother's brother-in-law gave that to me. It's not a statue. It's just a plastic light that apparently works, but I'm too lazy to plug it in because I'd have to move too much stuff to get to it.
Nice.
Very good.
I
Very
have one last thing to show. I almost forgot.
Okay.
And Eric will appreciate this, I think. So last week, I believe Flintstones was kind of one of the subject matters. And me, my wife, YB, probably from around 1999, Halloween, we were back in our old house. But there I am.
Nice.
I really don't look like Fred at all, but and by the way, she made that costume, and
very good.
It hung pretty
cool.
loosely on me back then. If I put it on now, it'd probably be kind of snug. But anyway,
that's cool.
That's cool.
Great tie. All right. Well, I guess that'll do it for this round. Anybody have any big announcements? Anything? Any big shows coming up?
No.
Oh, nope.
I'm my next video will probably be a room tour, an updated room tour. So
nice. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I always like those.
All right. Well, I guess I don't know if Dr. Silverage will be doing anything this Saturday or not, but
Hope so.
be sure to check that out. And I hope you guys are friends with everybody in the chat. Meyer Greenblatt was out there in the chat. Don't forget to check out his channel and subscribe to everybody here you see. These are all good people. We just like to horse around with each other a lot. So, and Maranya said that Turkish taffy was pretty good. So
I'll defer to you on that. It just, some things just don't sound like they're like Smuckers. I guess with a name like Turkish taffy, it better be good.
Agreed. Well, it could have been grease taffy.
Or Hulk snack cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the whole snack cake. Yeah.
You just gonna leave those there till they calcify?
Yes. I am never touching them.
Mm.
Anyway, on that cheerful note, we will say goodnight. So, on behalf of all these great people, we say thank you for showing up and hope you enjoyed it. And make sure you come and check us out next week, same time. Until then, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take
Thanks,
care.
everybody.
Kids.